Hi and welcome to Krille's Garage. Today I'm gonna look at, actually I've done the diagnosing a couple of weeks earlier when a friend of mine brought his car, and it's broken wire, but the issue is that the rear wiper motor is not working. And actually we thought that there was one out of 4 cables that had no signal. It was dead. So I looked up on the internet, and that cable should be plus 12 volt. So what I did, I used my power probe and I energized it, and then nothing happened. So I was put in a wild goose chase there by misinformation, because it was not 12 volt, it was a signal wire. But it's broken, so it wouldn't damage anything. But it was supposed to be a bypass test based on wrong information. So it's never a good idea to put 12 volt anywhere in the system. You need to do, either you take a chance or you need to know what you are doing. So I did take a chance, but I thought I knew what I was doing, but it was wrong information. So the thing is, in Europe you can't really get proper information like all data and Mitchell 1. In the US you get, specifically for a car, you get really good information. But here in Europe only professionals have it, so that's a bad thing. I tried Haynes Pro, All Data Europe, and all the others, and none wanted to help me out. So you do have Haynes for do-it-yourselfers, but it's not nearly good enough for many occasions. But either way, me and my father did the diagnose, and he is a service electrician, and I thought it was a broken wire. He thought that no, I can see some voltage here on this multimeter, so he thought it was a bad connection. I still thought it was a broken wire. Well, we went up front in the car, and we found a cable, and there we saw that there were different voltage level on what accessory we took on when it comes to wiper motor, the washer fluid pump, even the front wipers. So it was a signal wire. Then we punctured it with the power probe leads. So it was a signal wire, and my power probe didn't show anything in the rear. Its multimeter showed some voltage. So we did spend a lot more hours than we needed for this easy kind of diagnose issue. And I thought, yeah, it must be broken in the rear hatch. You know, the hatch, the rubber hose that is covering the wires. No, it's never broken. It's bad connection, he thought. So I just shut my mouth and let him do his work, and eventually we came to the same conclusion that it was broken wire. It had to be, because it was working in the front and not in the rear, and no signal in the rear. So it had to be a broken wire between the front and the rear. And a couple of weeks later, this is what the video will show. Me and my friend easily finding the broken wire and doing some soldering job. I didn't want to solder where there is movement in the cables. If you do that, the solder will be extremely stiff, but the areas right after the solder will be a lot of movement just there, so there will be the breaking point. So you have to splice it, you have to cut out a bigger part of the cable and then solder it on both sides, so that there is fresh cable where there is movement with the hatch, rear hatch. And other things I could say, I don't take money for my repairs that I help friends and family. I could have done, and me and my friend discussed it, and well, I came to the conclusion that if he gives me a 4-pack of Pepsi Max, I'm happy, because I have a lot of tools and I enjoy fixing cars. So 4-pack of Pepsi Max is enough for me for a couple of hours working. But in Norway you can get sheep, but normally it's 120 pounds an hour if you have a normal at least 100 pounds an hour. You can get sheep, really cheap, like 60 pounds an hour, but then you are dealing with immigrants. Nothing bad about it, but they usually take less money. Actually, my hair is often cut by immigrants, so it's good that they come to this country and find a job. But yeah, let the video roll. Okay, here's a diagnosis I did a couple of weeks ago. The brown with black wire is constant power. The green with white stripe is ground, but it's switched off when I think it's switched off with the ignition. The green with red is broken. It's supposed to be a square wave signal. So this wire goes to the pump motor for the window washer fluid, and also to the front window washer. So this green with red stripe is a signal wire actually. And I read wrong on the internet. I thought it was 12 plus, but it's actually a signal wire. And then we have constant ground on the brown one. The brown with no stripe. So and we also found the broken wire, so it was an easy fix. But we did do a bypass test. We found that the signal was in the car, in the same wire code. So we took a long cable back and we made the motor work. So it's broken wire, and now we need to fix it. Here is the issue I'm having on my friend's car. This red with this green with red stripe is broken, and it's for the rear window wiper. So we're gonna fix that, and then it will work again. Now we have made the cable go inside the door, and we're gonna solder it up here, and also we're gonna cut the cable up here now and remove it, and then down here we're gonna solder it on the inside of the vehicle. So next step is to make the cable go from here through the rubber piece and inside the car. So here is my patent when it comes to getting a wire through a rubber. It's not a grommet, but it's a rubber hose or something. I used a screwdriver and taped the wire to it, and now it's out on the other side. A little bit tricky because there wasn't much room, but now the worst job is done. And now the cable is pulled through the roof and into the cabin. And here we're gonna splice it with these two. We're gonna open this black assortment of wires, wire it through the red cable, and also wire it on the other side. My friend here is gonna try to solder for the first time, and the way he's doing it is by heating up the cable by putting it in the middle of the cable. Put on the mitten. And then he adds solder through the cable. And here you can see it's just add a lot more solder and heat up the cable. Let it be in the middle of the cable, like that. So now the solder is entering the cable and makes a very strong joint. This looks good. So that's his first time, and just by some right preparation you can make it. I think that's good enough. You can make a really nice solder. Yeah, that looks good enough. So maybe a little bit more. But it's no trick to soldering yourself, actually. It's just by preheating the cable, the copper, and adding solder, and don't smell the fumes. Okay, that looks good. Thank you. We added just a tad bit more of soldering, and it looks really good now. This is a strong solder. Nothing will happen to it. And we also have a crimp. Yeah, I don't know what is called crimping tube or something. So we're gonna pull over it, and it's gonna make a nice joint. Nice solder. Here we have twinned and fluxed the wire, so now it's ready for soldering. You can start now. First you're gonna heat it with don't put it on yet. Let it heat up. First you're gonna heat it up. Now just keep it touched. And then you add some solder. Dip it to the copper. It's not hot enough. Okay, there you go. Just add a lot more. A lot more. Not the soldering iron, let it touch the copper, like that. So you're gonna saturate. Now you can move it a little bit up, and start with up. Here you can see the final result. There is solder in the whole copper wire, so it looks really nice. And this is the first time he's trying to soldering. Just by adding some flux and the right technique, everyone can do it. Now the work is finished here. Here you can see behind here is the first soldering job. We have taped it up, and we used a crimp tube, and then taped it on the outside, so it's nice and tidy. And here is the red cable, goes up on top through this rubber hose into the door, and comes out up here. And here you can see the area where you soldered and used a crimping tube. So it's quite good, this work. It's nice and tidy, and it's kind of professional. So all we have to do now is to put on the covers back again, the trim. Here's the final test. We're gonna see if it's working. Try it. And it's working perfectly, and some water as well. Bara spil du. Yeah. Another happy customer, and everything is working as it should. I hope you enjoyed me and my friend's simple little fix. It did cost my friend 2 4-pack of Pepsi Max because it was 2 days. Actually, I helped him 3 days, but yeah, we said 2 days. And also some chocolate for my father. So I think he is very happy. He didn't. I want to help the friends that find going to the dealership or a normal repair shop too expensive. And I know I spend many thousands on tools, but that's my problem. Also, this end of the year, I might do some PC videos. We'll see. Because I build my own PCs, and I have 2 PCs that I just have built, and I'm also gonna transfer one PC to a HTPC cabinet, a case. That's under my TV. It's like really slick, and it looks like a receiver. So it's a receiver case for a PC. And maybe I'll do a video on that, and also I'm gonna do a review on the smoke machine. That will come as soon as I find a suitable occasion, not too far in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a nice day.